is January Faves! All the eco, vegan, random things that I'm currently enjoying.
Veggie Magnifique.
Hello, it's Anne from Veggie Magnifique, the holistic wellness and vegan lifestyle blog, and today we're talking about January favorites. So let's get started. Okay, so my first favorite is this matcha. Now you may remember I talked about a matcha in my favorites from a few months ago, and let me just say that I'm so committed to the best matcha that I had to come back and say, actually guys, I found an even better one. Now this is from Sunday Natural, which you order online. It's a German company, and it's called Matcha Satsuki, and matcha satsuki will change your life. I know that if you'd been drinking the other matcha, you were loving it, I was loving it, and now it's like I've seen a new color. Thanks to Chloe, my bestie, who gave this to me for my birthday and Christmas. It comes in a gold flecked container. God. It just negates my favorite from before because this is so amazingly delightful. The flavor it's like the matcha that you get when you go to those tastings. If you've ever been to a matcha tasting, it's so delicious. And I know it's a bit indulgent to put it in a matcha latte, but I do because I love it. And this is an affordable one. There are ones on Sunday Natural that are very much not affordable, but this one is, and it's absolutely delicious. Highly recommend it. Sorry to have led you astray before, but actually I didn't really lead you astray. It was really good. It is really good. This one's just a little bit better. And I'm drinking it right now just to mark the occasion of favorites. And you guys know that we often drink matcha when we're filming because it just so happens that we often drink matcha. So it coincides, with filming often. My next favorite, now I realize that this is a bit ironic to talk about a book called Goodbye Things, because I'm talking about things. I'm talking about things that I like to you that you might potentially be interested in, and I am aware of the irony, but nevertheless I'm going to proceed. So Goodbye Things on Minimalistic Living by Fumio Sasaki, which makes for two Japanese things in my favorites so far. Obviously you know that Chloe and I are very much into minimalism and Japanese culture. This book is a masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece because it's written in fantastic literature. It's fantastic because it's so inspiring, it's so succinct. Okay, let me be succinct too, because I'm not being succinct here. The reason I love this book is because it inspires you to get rid of things. Get rid of things that are superfluous or cluttering your life and your home and your mind. This guy has a great story actually. He is mid-30s, had like a 9-to-5, didn't really enjoy his life per se, spent it eating and drinking and doing nothing or worrying about the hobbies that he wasn't doing. And it's his story of how he started to get rid of things and how it entirely changed his world and his life, and he inspires you to do the same. Not necessarily get rid of all your things, although that's an option. Not all of them, but just keeping the essential. Buy this thing that will help you to get rid of other things. No, it's brilliant. I love this book, absolutely love this book, and the more that I minimalize my life and the things that I possess, the happier I am, the lighter I am, the less cluttered in my mind, the more productive I am. So I'm a believer, and this book will really help you. It's like the next step. Like you read Marie Kondo, which is fantastic. I love Marie Kondo. But then you graduate to this concept of okay, you understand what sparks joy, but go a little further and ask yourself some deep questions about your values. Okay. So my next favorite is a jazz harpist. I mentioned her in our newsletter. If you're not in our newsletter, please click the link in the description box. So Dorothy Ashby is a truly incredible story. I'll leave a link so that you can read more about her, but she was an African-American harpist who chose to cover a lot of jazz favorites. She did even a whole album called Afro Harping. It's so funky and beautiful, and harp music is the perfect music to work by. It's It's the perfect morning music. It's just like the angels are communicating through an instrument. I would say that's the harp. And what's so amazing about Dorothy Ashby, in addition to being one of the only women African-American harpists of her time, was that she also took really bold risks with what she played on her harp. She was a brilliant composer and she's a brilliant musician. And I have just been listening to her music nonstop. Thank you to my brother for introducing her to me. And you know what's actually really funny is I sort of knew her without knowing her because I really like the song If It's Magic by Stevie Wonder, which features Dorothy Ashby. So definitely check out Dorothy Ashby if you want to be cool and un-top 40, which of course you do. My next favorite, we've mentioned before, or at least I have, that I was having a hard time finding a fantastic vegan mascara, and I found one. It's called Beauty Without Cruelty, and this is the Black Full Volume Mascara. It's a big brush, it's cruelty-free, it's vegan. I'm very much enjoying this mascara. If you're a dude and you're hearing about mascara and you're like, okay, move on, Anne, I get it. But I just wanted to mention that this is a fantastic product that I have been really enjoying. Beauty Without Cruelty, it actually works. It's vegan, it's fantastic. That's all I'm gonna say about this. Check it out, link in the bio. My last favorite is this Hydro Flask. Now you might be wondering why I'm talking about a water bottle, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm talking about a water bottle. This is top of the line, awesome water bottle-ness. I got it when I was in the States visiting my family, and here's why it's cool. It's vacuum insulated. It keeps whatever you have in it colder longer or hotter longer, and they have all sorts of different tops. So if you wanted one that looked more like a coffee cup, you could get that. This is more like the water bottle version. It's got this cute little dude on it, you know, this little happy guy, which is nice. Now this is not a cheap water bottle, but at the same time, it's sturdy, it's made of stainless steel. It comes in a variety of colors. It's sweat proof, so if you're in a hot yoga class, you can grab this and not like fling it somewhere, which is, you know, the plus. And it doesn't taste weird, which some water bottles do, I have to say. This one doesn't. Now, another thing that makes me sure that this is a good thing is that my grandma likes it. And anything my 96-year-old grandma likes must be a good product, right? We got her a water bottle in pink, and she's been really enjoying it. And actually, let's just be honest, you know, I really wanted to be cool like my grandma, so I got one too. It just feels really satisfying. I know that's strange to say, but this is a fantastic water bottle, non-slip. Bring it to your yoga class. And of course, why do we have water bottles? Well, because we're trying to reduce our consumption of plastic water bottles, right? We know we need to drink more water, and yet that means often more water bottles unless you're drinking tap water, which I don't recommend because there's so many weird things in the water systems of most places. You might think your water is fantastic. It might be, but it might not be as fantastic as filtered or distilled or reverse osmosis water. Anyway, I highly recommend that you strive to consume the best quality foods and water. So much of your body is made up of water, and what you consume, what you eat, what you drink, and what you think, in fact, create who you are. So my little nugget today is to try to drink the purest water, and hey, why not get a cool container to tote it around in? Oh, and another thing, this isn't that heavy, right? The glass ones are super cool, but they're a little bit heavy. This is not that heavy. So those are my January favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a like and a subscribe because it really super helps our channel. Another thing I wanted to mention is that the thing Chloe and I swear by to upwatt your life is a morning ritual. So if you want to learn more about how to create a morning ritual, there's a link in the bio to our product that we created with meditations and a workbook and an ebook all about how to create a morning ritual. Actually, when I was in the States and traveling in Costa Rica, it was really difficult to maintain my morning ritual because I was traveling and there's the whole family vortex that happens, and now that I'm back in Paris, I'm much more vigilant about my morning ritual and I feel so much better. So it's tried and tested. When you don't do a morning ritual, you just don't feel the same. So we will catch you next time on Veggie Magnifique TV. Bye! Guys, if you haven't jumped on the matcha train, I mean, it's time.